Here's the story of how I went from making 50,000 in a day, number one on the global FTMO leaderboards, and managing over 1 million in prop funding, to losing it all. It all started 5 years ago during the pandemic. I was looking for a way to wealth, a way to the top, a way to be rich. My friend JJ told me he had the answer, that we were going to make it. He sent me a Tai Lopez
Lamborghini
4X
here.
video.
Fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills.
In that moment, it felt like
But you know what I like a lot more
I started
than
spending hours
materialistic
researching,
things?
watching
Knowledge.
everything I could find, creators like Swaggy C or ICT, trying to absorb as much as possible. And then I dove straight into the markets. I deposited $1,000 into a Wanda, a Forex broker, convinced nothing was going to get in my way. I lost all of it faster than I could imagine. I realized my own capital wasn't enough. At 18, I needed more leverage, more opportunity, a faster way to make money. That is when I discovered prop firms. It felt obvious that this was the answer, the way forward, the way to wealth. I dove straight in, unbothered by past losses. With what money I had left, I bought my first FTMO $100,000 challenge. I failed it even faster than I lost the 1,000 previously. I took a break, mentally, physically, emotionally. I went off to college, erased those losses from my mind. But even though I thought I left trading behind, it never left me. It sat in the background, endless voices racing my mind, telling me to go back, telling me to try it again. I couldn't walk away. Maybe I just needed to do it differently. About 6 months later, I came back. This time with a replenished wallet and a replenished mindset. I entered the crypto space at the back end of the 2020 bull market. Everything was exploding, and I needed to find my opportunity. And I did. Through research and this new mindset, I found Jasmy, my first crypto investment. I put about $1,500 into Jasmy, and I was convinced it was going to the moon. The $1,500 turned into almost $5,000. And in a few weeks, I thought I was the guy. I thought I had found the answer. Then the bull market ended. 5,000 turned into 2,500, 2,500 turned into 1,800, and then I just pulled the plug and took out the 1,800. And it didn't hit the moon, but for the first time, I had a taste of success. And I made $300. I saw doubts. Maybe I was doing it wrong. Maybe I needed others to help me, others to teach me, others to help me figure it out. So I scoured the internet and found a Discord community. This time I wasn't alone. People were giving me advice, information I didn't have. My game leveled up. But once again, I realized my own funds weren't enough to reach the dreams of immediate riches. That's when I found crypto futures. Leverage. The risk of liquidation, but the reward of percent gains I'd never seen before. Every chance I got, I took my car, I would go out, grind Instacart, and then at the end of each day, I'd withdraw the money and deposit it straight into my futures account. There were ups and downs, but eventually I found a rhythm. People in the Discord community began to notice as well. I had multiple big successes, turning 100 into 3,000, 300 into 9,000, 230x gains. I was becoming undeniable. But leverage doesn't forgive. And after testing it for too long, I faced the fate I had been dancing with. liquidation. I was back at the starting point, or at least that's what it felt like. It looked like. Nothing to show for the hours, endless days, weeks of grind, living life outside the real world, trapped inside a digital one. But the grind wasn't fruitless. Even though I had nothing to show on the outside, on the inside I had built something real. I had become a trader. I knew the ins and the outs, and I wouldn't be denied. So I went back to prop firms, back to FTMO. This time I made sure everyone knew what was coming. I called my shot. I said that it would be etched into existence, that I would sit atop the leaderboard, and they would all witness it. Even with the confidence, the doubt was still there. Was I really going to do this? Or was I just talking? I started slow. I took my time. I learned patience. I passed the 100K challenge. I got funded. And the Discord community started to buzz. Was I really going to do it? The answer was yes. The day I received my funded account, I remember like yesterday. I hosted a call, I called my shot, I took a trade on gold, and then I doubled down. No doubt, only confidence. Years of work led to that moment. I closed at 54,000, 54% in a single day. Number one on the FTMO leaderboards. Everyone asked how I did it. I said it was magic. I said I was the magician. And that's how the magician in action was born. The man, the myth, the legend. And my reputation spoke for itself. The dream I once set out to reach was closer than ever. For the first time, I had real money. I was only 20, and I believed if I could recreate even a fraction of the success I just had, I'd have the answer. The riches I had imagined during endless nights felt inevitable. The next step was expansion. Not just a 100K account, but as much capital, maximum allocation. I poured my profits into 200K FTMO accounts, and through ups and downs, I reached it, 400,000 funded. The Discord went wild, and the legend grew. I started farming 5-figure payouts, like it was a video game. While waiting for payouts, I pushed further, more firms, more capital. 1 million in funding across over 3 prop firms is what I would eventually reach. And I was him. At least I thought I was. The pressure crushed me. The pressure of managing $1 million. The pressure of expectation. The pressure of the prop firm system itself. Euphoria turned into ego, and my patience turned into urgency. The skill I once thought I had was drowned out by the need to get rich fast. Within weeks, the entire million was gone, wiped from underneath my feet. I told myself it wasn't over. I still had capital. I still had skill. I would build back up. Instead, it became something else entirely. An emotional spiral. A mental breakdown of epic proportions. I started plunging, buying endless challenges to get back in the game. 200K challenges, I would fail in days. 400K challenges, I would fail in days. And these were $1,000, $2,000 a piece. Over and over again. The true definition of insanity. For months, the cycle continued. Until there was nothing left. No liquidity, no money. My wallet was empty, but I still had my reputation. No one saw the failures. I was still the guy in the Discord, teaching, calling, giving others advice. Still the magician, so I leveraged it. I leveraged my name. I brought in investors. I convinced myself this was the comeback. I even built contracts. I even had an S Corp. A real structure. This time would be different. Over 20,000 was funneled to me. And the climb began. It didn't last. I didn't make them money. I didn't even return their capital. I lost it all. And with it, I lost my reputation. The achievements became meaningless. The legend died. And the magician in action went missing in action.